What's good? What's good, man? Let's talk about the NBA All-Star game. And I want to talk about this specifically. I was going to make a Jimmy Butler video, but I'm going to wait for Jimmy to get traded before I give my thoughts on the Jimmy Butler trade. But I want to talk about the All-Star game. As for my basketball fans out there who are also football fans, the Pro Bowl is coming up not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And nobody cares. Actually, me and my co-host CEO on the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, every Sunday at 9:40, the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, make sure to sub up. It says it right there at the ticker, right at below. I give us the night off because no one cares about the Pro Bowl, and that's just a waste of Sunday. You feel me? It's it's a waste of Sunday. But at the same time, should we also say the same thing about the NBA All-Star game? Excuse me, guys. It's cold up here. It's like in the negatives up here in New York, and my throat. I'm not sick, but my throat is a little dry, so bear with me if I cough here and there. But is what it is. Show must go on. And I'm thinking of it. What is the point of the All-Star game? You can't fix it. You let the toothpaste out of the tube already. No one cares about the All-Star game. Unless you're going to pay these guys even more money to play, what's the point of the All-Star game? And keep in mind, the All-Star game was probably the best out of the whole three major sports, out of baseball, football, and basketball, especially in the 90s and the early 2000s. Hell, even the early 2010s. Ever since Kobe retired, no one takes the All-Star seriously at all. They don't play defense. They just jack up a bunch of threes. They really don't even play any offense. They don't get in the paint. They don't do any mid-range. They don't do nothing. It's just a waste of time. It's literally like, I don't even know. It's like watching a bunch of, I don't even know. It's so bad. It's not even funny. There was one eclipse of the All-Star game. It was back when I think it was Kawhi's first year with the Clippers, when they had when you were able to draft teams or whatever the case may be, and you were able to to draft teams. There was one good All-Star game where it's you score this amount of points in the first quarter, then you add up the second quarter, third quarter, something along those lines. I remember it was a few years ago. Someone in the comment section can remind me. Josh Johnson, little CJ, someone who's a huge NBA fan, remind me of what that was. But that was good until it wasn't. It was only good for 1 year. They had a little eclipse of it, and the ratings did fine. But I'm looking at I remember watching the All-Star game last year, and I'm sitting back watching. I'm like, what is the point? Literally, what is the point? Everybody's here to watch the skill challenges, and hell, even the skill challenges are boring. The dunk contest honestly should be retired because we've seen multiple dunks. They're getting so cheesy. Ever since, Blake Griffin dunked over the car, it's okay, we're just doing, this is WWE gimmick stuff. You got guys out here jumping over cars, Kai Cenat getting jumped over by Jaylen Brown and stuff like that. You know what would make the dunk contest interesting? You have to be at least 6 foot or under to enter it. So someone like a CP3 or Isaiah Thomas, if he's Isaiah Thomas from the Celtics, if he's still around. So something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? Make it a height thing. Because obviously Aaron Gordon can dunk. Blake Griffin can dunk. Jaylen Brown can dunk. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. Or have some of the best dunkers like Zion or Ja Morant dunk. Or have some of these old guys like LeBron dunk. Do something with it. Because it's boring. And also, the three-point competition, that's always interesting. But make it like Steph and Clay or something along those lines, the best three-point shooters. I don't even remember what they did last year. Wasn't last year? Didn't they get rid of the three-point thing and made Steph versus that Sabrina girl? And Steph cooked her, by the way, too, which was not a surprise to anybody with a brain. Do something different. Just do something different. I swear. Do something different. Because at the end of the day, what you're doing is not working. Anthony Edwards put him in the dunk contest, whatever the case may be. And as it goes for the game, Adam Silver came out and said, "Oh, we're working on it. Shooting threes in the All-Star game, this, that, and the third." Bro, I don't know how you can fix it. It's beyond boring. The Pro Bowl needs to retire, and so does the NBA All-Star game. I'm sorry, it needs to go, and I'm probably gonna do a separate video on the Pro Bowl. So it is what it is. There. That's my thoughts. What are yours? What's your thoughts on the NBA All-Star game? RJ out.